he pulled away. Avoid making these 12 mistakes or he will not come back. Hello, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high-value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos, which is usually every Sunday, and in between I usually upload some shorts. And just before I will share with you those 12 crucial mistakes that many women make, don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out are you behaving as a high-value or a low-value woman, which I will drop down in my video description box below. Also, I have a free goodie for you ladies to download. It's on my website. It's called Love at Last. And if you didn't get it yet, I highly recommend you to get my book. It's called Devoted Relationships, and you can find it for sale on Amazon or on my website. All the links will be down below. And just before I will share with you those 12 mistakes, keep it in mind that this is a general advice only, and you will have to analyze the situation yourself and pick and choose what applies to you the most. So the number one is don't panic and don't overreact. Just because a guy didn't text you for a couple of hours, didn't reply to your last text right now, or maybe even didn't text you for a few days or longer than that, it doesn't mean that he has ghosted you or broken up with you and you will never hear from him again. A lot of women are not used to this type of behavior because we as women, when we like each other or when we have friends, we are very reassuring towards one another and we share our feelings and what we are going through. A woman talks to a woman, she's very open, she has very open communication. We give each other a lot of reassurance, and a female friend doesn't really ghost you unless you have fallen out. So women, when we date men and if we don't have much experience, what we do when a guy kind of disappears on them, she compares him to her female friends and she panics because she does not see it as normal. As a female, a lot of times she assumes that a guy would be behaving as another female and would just be texting her non-stop and reassuring her forever. Therefore, ladies, do not panic because men are not women and we are wired very differently. And if he disappears on you for a few hours or few days or even longer than that, do not jump to conclusions that it's over, because most likely it's not. Number two, when a guy pulls away for whichever reason and he's not texting you for a few days, don't start to chase him, don't start to text him and call him, because these texts and calls will be coming out from your insecurities, from your vulnerabilities, and most likely we're going to sound very unattractive to a guy. And the insecure, unattractive texts usually sound something like, hey, have I said something wrong? I haven't heard from you in a while. Are we okay? Sometimes women get so determined when a guy pulls away because we panic and we don't know what's going on. We actually keep calling a guy, determined not to give up until he actually picks up. Therefore, a lot of times guys look at their phone and we see like 10, 20 missed calls from a girl just because she's panicking as he didn't text her for a few days. And ladies, the outcome usually of this chasing and pursuing is he starts to see you as very insecure, he starts to see you as very vulnerable, he starts to see you as very needy, he starts to see you as very attention seeking. He's just thinking, I just wasn't there for her for half a day or 2 days and she's overreacting like this. And men start to see it as very kind of insecure, desperate type of behavior, which puts them off big time and makes him pull away from you even further or even break up with you on a spot. Number three, don't assume and make actions based on your assumptions. A lot of people tend to go into their negative mindset and assume all the worst case scenarios. He's cheating, he lost interest, he broke up with me, he's in a hospital, and so on and so on and so on. And when a lot of times we make actions based on those assumptions, we may even accuse a man of unrealistic things that he has never done or was planning to do. And of course, if you behave this way, and if all he's doing is just taking a couple days of space, and you might turn him off so much that he may never come back. Number 4, what many women do when a guy pulls away or we don't hear from him for a few days, we start to manipulate and play games. So perhaps she'll go out to party and will start to take pictures with like hugging 10 other guys and sharing it in the stories in order to make the guy jealous or get some kind of reaction, hoping that he'll watch the story. Or she might go on online dating, or perhaps she even will start to talk to his friends and start to spread gossip around him. I actually know a real life story of one girl I used to know in the past. Her boyfriend pulled away from her for a few days and she panicked so much that she went to a club, partied, had a one night stand, and got pregnant. And ladies, this is obviously an extreme example, but this is what happens when we let our insecurities, our vulnerabilities, our anxieties take over, when we assume the worst, when we start to manipulate and play games. The consequences of all of it can literally be completely unreal. Number 5 would be don't confront him asking for answers. So a lot of women, when a guy pulls away, we will start to confront him. Why are you not texting me? You have to communicate with me. I am your girlfriend. This is unacceptable. It is all these type of texts. When a guy is in a pull away, we sound needy, we sound very controlling, we sound very demanding, we sound very selfish, and most likely you're either gonna get a very angry reply from a guy or no reply at all. And if anything, his pull away will get even longer. Number 6, don't isolate yourself, meaning don't go into the corner or and start crying by yourself all day and all night until he actually gets in touch with you, because again you're panicking and overreacting and you're letting your insecurities and vulnerabilities take over. Ladies, this is a sad situation, but I know this happens so many times. I think probably majority of women went through this. You know, when a guy pulls away, and a lot of times we as women don't understand that, because women don't need to pull away from men or anyone else. When we love somebody, we just want to be with them 24/7. We don't need space. So when men pull away, it's like anxiety attack. We have no idea what's going on, especially if we don't know the differences between men and women. And what a lot of women do, they call and text and chase, and the guy doesn't reply because he needs to take his space. And then what these women do, they just stay at home and we just cry, sometimes for days, till somebody wise comes around, comforts them, and lifts them up. Or until she finds a sound advice on YouTube, for example. Please, there is no need for that. Majority of the time, when guys pull away, they come back. If you are in a happy relationship and he just doesn't text you for a few days, a lot of times it's a normal thing for a man to do. So he's just taking his space to kind of recharge himself from you. Because when men spend a lot of loving time with women, a lot of times their testosterone drops down, and we actually need to pull away from a woman to recharge and to raise their testosterone level, meaning that he just needs some space from you. And once he recharges, he comes back to you and he can give you again, charm you again, and be all loving and kind again. If he doesn't get the time to recharge, a lot of times guys just get comfortable and numb in relationships, and that's not fun for you at all. However, as I said, majority of women don't know that, don't understand that, or don't even accept it. We assume the worst instead. We panic and we cry for days, thinking that he has left the girl and he's not planning to come back. Number 7, don't think that it's your fault and try to overthink every single detail that you have done wrong in your entire relationship. A lot of people get into this pattern that when a guy pulls away or she just didn't hear from him for a while, that a lot of men and women assume that we have done something wrong. And a lot of times, girls especially, we even take things out of the context and we overanalyze some things that we didn't do wrong, but we start to see those things as wrong because we try to make sense to them why he pulled away. A good example would be, let's say, a couple were texting each other and, just a normal casual conversation. And then the last text, let's say a woman did, and she just says something like, okay, thank you, I hope you have a good day. And then after that, let's say she doesn't hear from a guy for a couple of days. What ladies do, we literally go on that last text where she says, okay, thank you, have a good day, and they start to assume that it's something wrong with this casual text that she has sent him. And the assumptions sometimes go wild. For example, oh, maybe I should have texted him first the next day. Maybe he's waiting for me to initiate. Maybe my text was wrong because I didn't ask him a question. And maybe you got insecure that I'm not that into him. Ladies, just chill, look at your text logically, and if you haven't done anything wrong, it means you have not done anything wrong. Don't look for the wrong thing in the right thing that you did. It's too crazy. Number 8 that women do is when he pulls away, don't start to follow him. Don't start to stalk him. Don't show up at his house. If he'll actually find out, again, he may not come back. So couple of examples could be you're watching his every single story on Instagram. You created a fake Instagram account in order to stalk his every single story or to stalk the comments of his friends. So a couple examples would be stalking his Instagram, stalking his Facebook, replying to his comments, driving past his house, checking is he home, and then overthinking it. Oh, he's home, so how come he's not texting me? Or, oh no, he's not home, maybe he found someone else. Ladies, just stop driving yourself crazy. This is how people end up in mental hospitals. Instead of controlling ourselves, instead of controlling our behavior, we just keep driving ourselves crazier and crazier and crazier by assuming things and making the decisions out of our assumptions, and then confronting a guy based on our assumptions. Number 9, reflect on the relationship. So perhaps he did pull away because you were acting needy, you were acting controlling, you perhaps guys had a lot of fights, maybe you tried to set in a boundary and instead of stepping it up and making things better, he just run away like many men do. So it is definitely important to reflect back on their relationships just to see, did you perhaps went somewhere wrong and you turned him off? Saying this, I would say it would be very helpful to reflect back on their relationship with a coach. Which takes me to number 10, and it is seek support. Because ladies, a lot of times when we reflect back on our own relationship and we don't have such good knowledge of how a healthy relationship should work or how any relationship should work, or we don't know the differences between men and women that well and how we should kind of complement each other, it's much better if you seek help from a coach, because the coach can reflect back on your relationship with you and tell you exactly where you and him went wrong and how to fix it in the future. As when we reflect things back on ourselves and we don't have this knowledge, a lot of times we don't see our own mistakes, and what we do instead, we just blame the guy. And this will never fix things. If anything, it will just lead to a breakup. Number 11. If a guy has pulled away from you and you don't know what's going on, try and distract yourself. So perhaps visit your parents or visit your friends, pick up some new activities, or maybe even go on a little holiday. Distract yourself so you're not by yourself sitting there thinking, overthinking, and driving yourself crazy. Here comes the number 12. Just be patient. When guys pull away, guess what? They come back after their pull away. All you need to do is just wait it out. Normally, guys come back after a few hours or after a few days. And when you don't confront him, you don't overreact. Just when he comes back, he says, "Hi, how are you? Let's say I miss you." You just casually say, "Hey, yeah, I'm good, miss you too." When a lot of times, guys just open up why they have pulled away. Or many times, we don't even share with you why they pulled away. They assume that you would know that he just needs space for a few days to recharge. If that's the case, ladies, just observe your relationship over time, and you will see that every couple of months or every month he just pulls away and doesn't text you for a few days in order to recharge, and when he recharges, he's all nice and sweet back to you again. And if you'll reflect, let's say, on half a year or a year of your relationship, you will see that it's a bit of a pattern that you just need to accept. So ladies, I hope you liked my video. If you liked it, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what do you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. And for one-on-one coaching with me or a member of my team, book us through my website, which is called Bereisaite.com. I also have an amazing VIP High Value Women tribe where we do coaching lives 5 times a week, and we answer everyone's question posted for our lives. To find out more about this phenomenal group, check out the link in the description box below. And if you would like to know how to stay attractive via text, games men playing on women, how to control your emotions, how to get your ex back, I have all of these videos for sale on my website, and the link again is in the description box below. Thank you for watching. Kisses from Dorset.